after inventing the telephone in his own laboratory, Bell refused to have one in the study? He feared it would distract him from his scientific work. Nothing can distract me from my... Whoa! Sorry. Mr. C, WunderSTEM Hotline, how may I help you? Yep, I was just reading a book about phones, actually. Yeah. Yep. Yes, oh my gosh, that's a great question. Absolutely. I know the perfect person. She's amazing. All right, hop online, you can check it out afterwards. All right, bye. That was Gavin, and he was wondering, how do libraries keep track of all of the amazing resources that they have? Books, magazines, more books, more books, more books. I love to read, and I actually just went to the library the other day to check out all of these amazing books because, one, I want to learn something new, and books are a great way to do that. But how does a library get all of the books that I ask for into my hands super easily? Well, I know the perfect person who can help us understand that. Her name is Elizabeth Cusack, and she's the Deputy Director of the Greene County Public Library here in Greene County, Ohio. She is super smart, super organized, and most importantly, she knows everything there is to know about libraries and how they order books, process books, and deliver books so that you and I can have our books when we go to the library and check them out. Speaking of checking things out, let's go check it out now.
My name is Elizabeth Cusack, and I am the Deputy Director with the Greene County Public Library. I am responsible for the operations of the library system, and that entails all kinds of different aspects of it. Customer service, I say, is everyone's job in the library, and my role is to make sure that they have the tools that they need and resources so that they can do excellent customer service. I manage all of the operations for the branches of the library system, and we have 7 locations. I manage the staff that order all of the new materials that come in, get it distributed to the libraries, get it cataloged, put into our system. And I'm also in charge of all of the programming that we do. So we have adult programming, programming for teens, and then children's programming. I like processes, and that's really what libraries are. We are just a big logistical organization. And streamlining workflows, making sure that everybody has the tools that they need that we're serving to the best of our ability. It just was a perfect fit for me. We use all kinds of technology to operate and to help manage our systems. The first one is called an ILS, where we have a database of all of our customers. So anybody who gets a library card, that is contained in a database and has all the information we need to maintain our holders. That ILS system also has all of the books that are put into our catalog, and it helps link those together. We use technology called RFID, which is radio frequency identification. And what that is it's a tag and it's a receiver. And that helps us multiple ways. It helps us with the circulation of our materials. It helps us maintain our collections, and it helps us for security purposes also. So all of our items have a little, it looks like a sticker, a little tag in the back. And that tag, once it's within range of a reader, which could be one of our self-checks, it could be our AMH system, which is the automated material handling, or it could be our security gate. It's sending out, the reader is sending out a signal. It wakens up that tag, and that tag has a very specific number associated with it. It's really the barcode number that's on a book. And then it will read that I'm checking this out, I'm returning it, or oops, I'm working through a security gate and it wasn't checked out, and it will beep the security gate. So that's some of the technology that we use that has helped us tremendously with our workflow. Because now, instead of with a barcode where you scan one item individually, we can have thousands of books that come through on a daily basis. We have an internal book drop. And then you can also do the same outside. You can see patrons doing it right now from outside. And the book comes down. That tag is telling it it's been automatically checked in there at the take-in access point. And these bins are where we shelve it in the library. So that RFID tag is telling it which bin. So that's an adult nonfiction. This one looks like adult nonfiction. Yeah, it's going to that bin. And we have it programmed however we want this to be. So this could be a picture book. These could be AV items.
So these are all organized now by departments.
Yes, by areas of the collection. So staff come, unload these, put them onto carts, and then they get shelved. Part of our ILS system is because every library can't have every item. That I might be at a branch in one of our other locations and I want a book that's located across town. I can put a hold on that with my card in our catalog. It will put that book on a list so that next library, they run a list daily, sometimes multiple times a day, so they can see what is being requested that is actually at their site. We retrieve those books. That's why it's so important that they're in the correct place. Scan them through the RFID, and it will tell us where is that book being requested, or DVD, etc. So it might go to a location within our library. It might go to another location that happens outside of our library, and that could be statewide or even internationally, because we are all part of a big network where we share our resources, which is one of the wonderful things about working in a library, is that public library settings, we're so collaborative. We share our resources. Resources are scarce. We can't own everything, but we try to make sure that we have our access for our public to have what they need. So once an item has been identified that is going outside of our library system, we have at night a daily delivery system, nightly delivery system. So we have cargo that goes through our county and distributes the book. Like I said, libraries are masters at logistics. So they are shifting books from within the county, and then they actually go to another site that we have called our resource sharing department, where anything that's going outside of our library system will be delivered there. In the morning, the staff come, they see everything that's delivered. That's from within our system, but we also get deliveries that take place from all over the state and internationally. We are fortunate to be part of a network, not just with public libraries, but also with state universities as well through OhioLink. So we get materials from all over, and it's sent centrally to that distribution center. That's what it operates as. They receive everything, they see where it's tagged to go, put it to the correct location, and then send it out again through the nightly delivery to the locations. And then the reverse happens as well. If it's going to another library system, they have that all coded correctly, bagged up, and then it's shipped out the next day. So if you look in a library catalog, there's something called a MARC record. I don't know if you've ever looked at that, but there's all kinds of different numbers associated with it. But that MARC record is very specific to a very specific book, and that's international. So that one record, whether it's at the Greene County Public Library System or another library system, that one specific item has that exact same record. So we're able to talk to each other electronically through this one record, so we know what the holding is. So they make sure that we have that correct record associated with that item. So that's the holdings aspect of it. That helps us share internationally. Also, some of our materials that we have, because we all have kind of a unionized shared language. Once it goes through acquisitions, cataloging, then it gets processed. So cataloging, it puts us into our library system, our catalog that you can search it. From there, it actually gets the physical processing. So the RFID tags are put on, barcodes, jackets to help protect the covers of the books, stickers. We use a lot of stickers in libraries, and that helps us identify genres of books. It helps the public identify where things are located, but it also helps our library aides or pages put things back in an appropriate way. I would say that librarianship is both an art and a science. The science aspect of it is the logistics, the organization, how everything works together as a system to serve the community and to meet the needs of the community. It's also an art in the way that we do to offer programs that are creative. And being a librarian, you could choose to be what you want. What's so cool about this profession is that you could go into public services. You could go into a public community where you're serving a certain geographic area, and you might want to be a children's librarian. Children's librarians, they sing, they dance, they do crafts, they're creative. So there's that outlet to it as well. You could choose to be a librarian that wants to work in an academic setting, and you want to do the research. You want to support students, you want to support the faculty. So that's one area of librarianship. A whole other area of librarianship that a lot of people don't think of are some of the corporate and the special libraries that exist. There are libraries in prisons. There are libraries in museums. A lot of corporations, law firms, etc. have librarians. So I would tell anybody who is interested in going into the profession to really find out what your interests lie, because that degree does not pigeonhole you. You have so many opportunities with a degree to really serve in that area of librarianship in an industry that interests you. 10-year-old Elizabeth, I would tell her that libraries are more than just the books. Libraries are more than just the buildings. It's about the people. And to be a public librarian, you have to have the heart to serve.
What an amazing career! Elizabeth has the best job ever. She gets to buy books, she gets to process books, and she gets to deliver books to people who love to read books and check out magazines and DVDs and all sorts of cool stuff from their library. They ship stuff from a library to a library within the county. They ship stuff across the state. They ship stuff across the world! Isn't that insane? Yeah, and what's really cool about it is this little thing right here, this RFID, this tag allows them to keep track of all of these materials. It's kind of hard to believe that this little tag communicates with their computers, and that communication allows them to figure out really where this book is at all times.
At all times.
And that makes me wonder, is this a career that you might be interested in? And I'm also wondering, will you join me for another episode of WunderSTEM? See ya!